Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, plus people's reactions to those deaths from social media as seen at Legacy.com in the fourth week of June 2022. World War II veteran Alexander Jefferson died June 22, 2022 at the age of 100. He was one of the Army Air Force's renowned Tuskegee Airmen, flying 18 escort missions over Europe until he was shot down and held as a prisoner of war by Nazi forces. After the war, Jefferson went on to serve in the U.S. Air Force Reserve, finally retiring in 1969 as a lieutenant colonel. He is also being remembered as an educator in the Detroit public school system. His memoir, Red Tail Captured, Red Tail Free, tells the story of his service. Actress Mary Mara died June 26, 2022 in Cape Vincent, New York at the age of 61. She was known for her roles in TV shows including ER, Nash Bridges, Star Trek Enterprise, and Ray Donovan. Mara is also being remembered for movie roles including Love Potion No. 9 and Bound. Football player Hugh McElhenny died June 17, 2022 at his home in Henderson, Nevada at the age of 93. He was a halfback for the San Francisco 49ers in the 1950s, a six-time Pro Bowler who was part of their famous $1 million backfield. McElhenny is being remembered as the King, a fast and elusive runner who was one of the league's stars. Rancher Cotton Rosser died June 22, 2022 at his home in Marysville, California at the age of 93. He owned the Flying U Rodeo Ranch, supplying rodeos across the American West with animals for decades. Rosser is being remembered as a legend of the rodeo world who delighted fans with his showmanship in rodeo opening ceremonies. Musician Bobby Flores died June 23, 2022 of esophageal cancer. He was a Grammy Award-winning Texas Western swing musician known for his fiddle playing. Flores is being remembered for his performances with artists including Willie Nelson, Ray Price, and Freddie Fender. Football player Brig Owens died June 21, 2022 at the age of 79. He was a defensive back for Washington in the 1960s and 70s, helping them to their appearance at Super Bowl VII. Owens is also being remembered as a lawyer who worked for players' rights with the NFL Players Association. Artist Arnold Skolnick died June 15, 2022 in Amherst, Massachusetts at the age of 85. He designed the poster for the Woodstock Music Festival, which became an iconic symbol of the 1960s. Skolnick is also being remembered for designing book covers as well as art that was displayed in galleries. Songwriter Bernard Belle died June 23, 2022 at a hospital in Atlanta. He died of congestive heart failure at the age of 57. He co-wrote hit songs including Michael Jackson's Remember the Time and the Whitney Houston-Bobby Brown duet Something in Common. Belle is being remembered for his influence on the development of New Jack Swing music. Football player Marlin Briscoe died June 27, 2022 at a hospital in Norwalk, California. He died of pneumonia at the age of 76. When he was drafted by the Denver Broncos in 1968, he became the first black starting quarterback in modern American professional football history. Briscoe is also being remembered for his years playing for the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, and other teams. Artist Sam Gilliam died June 25, 2022, at his home in Washington, D.C. He died of renal failure at the age of 88. He was known for his innovative paintings that featured canvases hanging from ceilings and draped on walls instead of stretched on frames. Gilliam is being remembered as an influential artist whose work was exhibited internationally, including at the Museum of Modern Art and the Venice Biennale. Gilliam was a U.S. Army veteran who served in the 1950s. Artist Margaret Keane died June 26, 2022, at her home in Napa, California, at the age of 94. She was known for her paintings of children with large, sad eyes, which became very popular in the 1960s. Keane is also being remembered for her successful legal battle against her ex-husband to be recognized as the sole artist of her paintings, a story dramatized in the movie Big Eyes. Veteran Hershel Williams died June 29, 2022 in Huntington, West Virginia at the age of 98. He was the last surviving recipient of the Medal of Honor from World War II. He served in the U.S. Marine Corps from 1943 to 1945 and in the Marine Corps Reserve from 1948 to 1949 and 1954 to 1969. He was awarded the Medal of Honor for heroic action taken during intense fighting in the Battle of Iwo Jima, where he took out 7 Japanese pillboxes well armed with a flamethrower. Williams is also being remembered for his charity, the Woody Williams Foundation, whose mission is to honor, recognize, and serve Gold Star families. Author and Hells Angels motorcyclist Sonny Barger died June 29, 2022. He died of liver cancer at the age of 83. He was a founding member of the Oakland chapter of the Hells Angels and wrote a best-selling autobiography about his life as an outlaw biker. Barger is also being remembered as an actor with a recurring role on the outlaw biker drama Sons of Anarchy. Burlesque dancer Betty Rowland died April 3, 2022 in Culver City, California at the age of 106. Her death was announced publicly in June. She was known as the Red-Headed Ball of Fire, and her signature dance was a burlesque spoof of ballet called Bumps in the Ballet. Rowland is also being remembered for her appearance in the 2010 documentary film Behind the Burly Q about the golden age of burlesque in America. You may not know that any family can place an obituary on Legacy in honor of a loved one's memory. Just visit Legacy.com and select your local community. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in South Carolina have been lowered to honor the memory of Deputy Austin Derrick Aldridge of the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Alabama have been lowered to honor the memory of Chambers County Deputy Sheriff Jamar Abel, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Arkansas have been lowered to honor the memory of Perry County Corrections Officer Jeremiah Story, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Kansas have been lowered to honor the memory of Lynn County volunteer firefighter Joshua Haynes, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Arizona have been lowered to honor the memory of the 19 Granite Mountain hotshots who died protecting fellow Arizonans from the Yarnell Hill fire in 2013. Flags in Arizona have also been lowered to honor the memory of Yavapai County Sheriff's Deputy Sergeant Richard Lopez, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Alaska have been lowered to honor former state senator Dennis Egan. This week also marks several notable anniversaries. 10 years ago this week, writer and filmmaker Nora Ephron died of complications from leukemia at the age of 71. 13 years ago this week, King of Pop Michael Jackson died of cardiac arrest at the age of 50. On that same day, 13 years ago this week, actress Farrah Fawcett died of anal cancer at the age of 62. 20 years ago this week, singer and actress Rosemary Clooney died of lung cancer at the age of 74. 20 years ago this week, musician John Entwistle of The Who died of a heart attack at the age of 57. 25 years ago this week, oceanographer Jacques Cousteau died of a heart attack at the age of 87. Actor Pat Morita was born 90 years ago this week. He died in 2005 of kidney failure at the age of 73. Actress and singer Lena Horne was born 105 years ago this week. She died in 2010 of congestive heart failure at the age of 92. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. You can also follow Legacy.com on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths and reactions.